Good afternoon, viewers and subscribers. Welcome to MPEC TV. Now, today we'll be doing another Chelsea video. As you know, it's drawing closer to the starting of the Premier League. Last time I did a video and you all supported me, about Timo Werner. I am grateful for the support. Now, a lot of persons have been viewing the videos and not subscribing. Please subscribe, help me to get to 1,000 subscribers. Also hit the bell notification so you can be notified whenever another video is posted. As I promised, when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll be removing the Chelsea portfolio totally from the MPEC channel, and I'll be creating a new channel for Chelsea Jamaica, and all the Chelsea videos will be in that channel. Now, today our main story will be looking at a possible lineup to start off the Premier League. I believe we're playing Aston Villa. As you see on the screen, our first 4 matches, Britain time. So please support the matches by tuning in. So I just do a small recap of a part of the video we looked at last time. Last time in the Timo Werner video, I looked at a possible left back, and I was talking about Lucas Digne. But on watching the video, I realized that the second part of my slide wasn't shown properly on the screen. So I think it's relevant for me to just do a recap in case persons were wondering why is it showing like that. So let me put up on the screen and do a recap so we can see on the screen the 2018-2019 season and the stats. And as I said before, the stats for both Robertson and Digne are pretty similar. In fact, Digne outperforming in certain areas. Alright, so I will not go over that, but most importantly, what was not showing is the current season up until January. So I'll just go over that briefly. So we see in the first instance, they both played some matches. Robertson played 28 matches as opposed to Digne 26 matches. So Robertson played 2 more games more than Digne. So look at what is interesting about this, about Digne playing two less games as a left back. For example, the assists, we have 7 assists for Robertson for the season up to January, while Digne had 5 assists. Now Robertson beat him in terms of assists, but what is interesting for the entire season, including all competition, I think Digne had scored some goals as well. I don't remember if it was 5 goals. It's not shown on my stats. While I think Robertson only scored 1, I believe, in all the competition this season. But look at the stats that we have in front of us. In terms of tackle, we see where 47 tackles to Robertson, while 58 tackles to Digne, playing 2 less matches. We also saw that the interceptions were equal, Digne playing 2 less matches again. And we also look at the clearances, only 46 clearances for Robertson as opposed to 60 clearances for Lucas Digne. And most importantly, because you know that crosses, let's say crosses win matches, when you can get the ball in the right areas, having a Werner or a Tammy Abraham or even Giroud put it in the back of the net, then we can know that we are on our way to victory. Now look at the crosses. 218 crosses to Digne, while we have only 148 crosses for Robertson. That's a huge difference, people. So you can imagine if we have Reece James putting in those beautiful crosses over the right, and we should sign Digne and he's putting in those lovely crosses on the left. we will have an unstoppable side with the kind of attack we're supposed to have. We can now move into our main story for the day. Last season, we realized that we struggled in a lot of matches. Even against some weaker team, we outplayed most of our opponents. I can't remember a team really outplayed us from start to finish. Right? Either they outplayed us in the first half or the second half, but most times we dominate in the first half and then we slow down in the second half. Team get back at us. We find it hard to break down teams, so we find out that teams want to draw against us and probably even get a quick lucky break and put one in the back of the net. Suddenly we are behind, maybe losing or drawing the game. Tried a mixture of youths and experience, and nothing seemed to work over a consistent period of time. But look at this interesting fact. Now, towards the latter part of the season, we realized that January into February, a lot of the younger players they were injured. For example, Pulisic was injured, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Tammy Abraham was injured again. Reece James at a point in time was injured. So we realized that a lot of the more experienced players had to be used. Alright, so look at what is interesting about the time when those injuries occur. I think the only experienced player who was injured was Conte. Now, Giroud was used, Pedro was used, Willian was used, and so forth. And then he brought in a couple of other young players like Billy Gilmore. And I think what happened at the time, Jorginho was on a series of yellow cards, so he had to miss a match or two during that time. So it gave Billy Gilmore the perfect opportunity to showcase his talent. So what we saw happen is that yes, we have a lot of talented youngsters and they're one for the future. But in low block games or games with more experienced players, we find out that they find it difficult to find the back of the net because of lack of experience. Now, the kind of team won two brilliant games against, I believe it was West Ham and against Liverpool. We saw that Pedro played up front, Willian played up front, and Giroud, our most experienced strike force, played up front, along with Billy Gilmore coming in as a youngster and played extremely well, got two back-to-back man of the matches. Right, so suddenly we saw that we probably was finding our ultimate combination. We saw that the combination between Rudiger and Christensen worked pretty well. So Kepa came back in and kept extremely well. So my 11 lineup will be somewhat similar to what we finished with. So I think we should keep the momentum going and stick close to that possible lineup as much as possible. Alright, even although some of the younger players are now fit and ready to go, but here's my lineup. So Kepa in goal, and at the right back, obviously we're going to have Reece James at the right back. Our two centre backs, I think Antonio Rudiger and Zuma should be our two centre backs. Although Christensen played towards the end and he did extremely well, I think Zuma is a little bit more experienced, and I think they're our two most experienced centre back, and I think we should play them together. I think they will do well, so I think Rudiger and Zuma should start together as centre backs. Over to our left, no other than the captain, Aspi, should be playing over the left back. Aspi does a very overwhelming and a very competent job at the back, so we want to play him in the left back position for this particular game. After this game, we can see where we're heading and see what changes we need to make. So moving on to the midfield, my midfield three would be Loftus-Cheek, Conte and Cover in the middle. So I think those three combination would be a combination that we could start off with, because Conte is our best player and he's fully fit. For the season, our best midfielder was Cover, so I think he should start in that game. And then one of our most talented midfielder in recent time is Loftus-Cheek. So on that basis, I would start him. And there's a slight doubt of his level of fitness. If he's not 100% fit, then I would go for Mason Mount instead, if he's not 100% fit. But once he's fit, I would give him the nod over Mason Mount. Alright, and finally, to round off the top three, I would go for Oliver Giroud, centre forward, Willian and Pedro as the two wingers. So that would be my starting 11 for the first match, and then we assess as we go along. Now for the changes, based on how the match going, some possible changes were allowed up to 5 substitutions. So some possible changes would be Pulisic in for Pedro. Next we could this is the second half, and now we would have Tommy Abraham in for Giroud, and Billy Gilmore in for Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Mason Mount for Willian, and Georgina for Cover or Conte, depends on how the match is going. Alright, so they're complete my starting 11 plus my substitution. So in the comment section, tell me what you think about my starting 11. Let me know what starting level you would use. But don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. Thank you.